A sweltering noon enveloped the Masai Mara Reserve, the sun shining brightly, causing every blade of grass to wilt under the harsh heat. In the middle of that wild grassland, a new road is being built, dividing the landscape with a long strip of black asphalt. The sounds of excavators, bulldozers and metal clashing echoed everywhere, drowning out the sound of the wind blowing through the dense bushes. The construction area is fenced with high steel fences, with warning signs placed in many visible locations. However, there are still some small gaps due to subsidence, creating paths just enough for small or curious animals to squeeze through. Not far away, a pride of lions was moving leisurely, heading towards an area with plenty of shade and water. In the pride, a lion cub just a few months old was showing signs of being hyperactive, constantly leaving its mother to explore the surroundings. The pungent smell of asphalt and strange noises attracted its curiosity, causing it to slowly move towards the construction site. Just a few steps later, it slipped through a gap in the fence without any of the herd noticing. Inside the construction site, the workers were focused on their work. No one noticed this unexpected visitor. The lion cub stepped onto the newly paved road. The hot asphalt immediately stuck to his little paws. It struggled in panic, but the more it struggled, the more the plastic spread, wrapping around its belly and ribs. A weak cry for help rang out, lost in the noise of the machines. The lions had walked away, completely unaware of the small member who was hopelessly trapped. The plastic cooled, turning into a hard glue that held the lion cub's body firmly to the road, making it almost immobile. As the excavators paused for a lunch break, Daniel Okoro, a young worker, walked slowly around the construction site, seeking shade from the hot sun. He faintly heard a sound like a kitten's meow, coming from a pile of abandoned materials near the edge of the road. Moving closer, Daniel was startled to see a lion cub stuck to the thick, shiny black plastic. The golden fur was dyed black, the wet eyes shone with extreme fear. He took a few steps back, aware of the danger of approaching a predator even if it was small. However, the desperate look in her eyes made him unable to turn away. He bent down, trying to gently lift its head, but the painful screech made his heart sink. The asphalt was so tight that every attempt to pull only made it hurt more, making him afraid to continue. Realizing the situation was beyond his control, Daniel immediately took out his phone and made an emergency call to the Rangers. His voice was trembling but urgent, clearly describing the situation and location so they could quickly come to the rescue. On the other end of the line, the Ranger confirmed that he would be there shortly. He stood there, eyes fixed on the little life that was gasping for breath, his heart filled with worry mixed with hope. Only about half an hour later, the sound of a pickup truck engine echoed through the sweltering heat of the prairie. Two veteran rangers, Samuel Kumalo and David Makona, got down, carrying iron cages, protective gear and specialized first aid kits. They quickly assessed the situation, their eyes stopping at the lion cub that was trembling in despair. Samuel spoke in a soft, reassuring voice, while David moved to test the adhesion of the plastic. Realizing that removing the plastic on the spot was too dangerous, they agreed to take it to the ranger station for safe disposal. Daniel helped lift its head and shoulders, while Samuel gently lifted the plastic-covered body into the cage. A weak cry rang out, but the lion cub had no more strength to resist, its eyes seemed to accept help. The cage door closes, ensuring safety for both people and animals. The pickup truck left the construction site, stirring up fine dust in the blazing afternoon light. Daniel stood watching, breathing a sigh of relief but still worried about the unfinished business. Arriving at the Masai Mara Ranger Station, veterinarians immediately prepared the treatment room and necessary equipment for this special rescue. They wear protective gear, thick gloves, goggles and prepare a specialized chemical solution to dissolve the asphalt. The lion cub was placed gently on the table, eyes alert but body limp, panting from exhaustion. A mild sedative injection helps to reduce pain and anxiety during treatment. The doctor began applying a chemical solution to each patch of plastic, being careful not to burn the new skin. The smell of the solution was strong, but everyone persisted, taking turns removing each piece of hard plastic. When a piece of plastic peels off, the skin becomes red and needs to be treated with antiseptic immediately. The doctor uses a soft towel soaked in warm water to gently wipe each area of skin that has just been freed. Then they created white foam from the special soap, massaging all over the small body that was trembling slightly. Warm water is poured evenly, washing away chemicals, dirt and the pungent smell of plastic. The scratches are medicated and covered with bandages to prevent infection from the environment. A dose of antibiotics is given to protect your health during the recovery period. After nearly 2 hours of persistence, the entire asphalt was finally completely removed. The lion cub was dried and placed in a cage to rest with a bowl of fragrant fresh meat. Its eyes lit up slightly, showing peace for the first time since it was trapped. The next morning, the lion cub was noticeably healthier, his eyes were alert and his cry was louder. Doctors re-examined and confirmed that he was in good health and fit to return to the natural environment. Samuel and David prepare the vehicle, transport cage and tools in case of emergency intervention. They drove towards the area where the lions were spotted the day before, where they were believed to still be around. On the way, the baby occasionally made small cries, as if calling for someone. The car stopped in a large grassy area, far away from the dangerous construction site. In the distance, the silhouettes of a pride of lions loomed among the large bushes on the edge of the grassland. Samuel opened the cage door slightly, letting it decide when to come out. It hesitated for a few seconds, sniffed the free air, then quickly headed toward the herd. Its steps were more steady, its heart urged to run towards the protective arms of its fellow human. Its cry echoed across the grasslands, reaching the ears of the herd members. An elderly lioness immediately turned around, charging towards the familiar sound. When they meet, it rubs its head against the young one, emitting a soft, loving growl. The baby responded with a small squeak, clinging to its mother's leg as if afraid of losing her again. The lion stopped for a few minutes, allowing the mother and cubs to fully enjoy the moment of reunion. Eyes met, as if sharing a story without words. The young gradually blend into the formation, being protected in the safest position. The herd turned around and continued their journey across the endless grassland. Samuel, David and Daniel stood at a distance, smiling with relief at the sight of that sacred reunion. They know that today a precious life was saved thanks to timely cooperation. The story spread quickly, becoming a testament to the strong bond between humans and wildlife. Daniel promised to always be vigilant and check more carefully to avoid similar accidents. The wind blew through the grasslands, blending with the footsteps of the lions, ending an emotional rescue journey.